Washington now trails Milwaukee 1-0 in the first round of the Eastern Conference playoffs, and if they want any shot of winning this series, they're going to have to steal one in Game 2 before heading back to DC for Games 3 and 4. In this episode, we'll be simming most of Game 2 and 3 of this series, and then playing the fourth quarter as long as the games are relatively competitive. This game heading into the third quarter was pretty close, with the Bucks having a slim lead over the Wizards, but then they'd break it open and then get out to a double-digit lead, leading 80-66 heading into the fourth. So Washington has their work cut out for them if they want to come back and win this game. Here's Murray getting a pick from Porzingis. He drives in and he's going to get an easy layup. That makes it a 12-point game now. Washington's going to have to get some stops defensively, but nice spin there by Jrue Holiday. He passes inside to Lonnie Walker. Brook Lopez gets an easy layup, and the Wizards are unable to get a stop there. So now Barton passes over to Murray. He gets a couple of picks from Murray and Porzingis, drives inside, dishes to Porzingis. Can't get the initial shot to go, but then he gets the rebound and the bucket. And now Giannis had 5 fouls coming into the fourth. He had now fouls out, so maybe that might be the advantage for the Wizards that they need. But Serge Ibaka going to get a layup over Kuzma. Now it's a 13-point game. So now Holiday passes out of the double team, gets it back from Middleton, and he hits the three. And things not looking good for the Wizards now, as this is a 16-point game. Then Holiday is going to make it an 18-point game, as the Wizards just absolutely struggling defensively, even in this fourth quarter. Now Porzingis working against Lopez, drives inside and he slams it down. So the Wizards not going to go out without a fight. So now a 16-point game under 8 minutes to go. Murray drives in, dishes to Porzingis, and he slams it over Lopez again. So the Wizards starting to make a bit of a comeback. Now it's a 14-point game. Murray drives inside. He's going to slam it down. So now it's a 12-point game. Now if you're wondering why Bradley Beal's not in the game, he actually fouled out in the third quarter, as there's another three for the Bucks. Jrue Holiday hitting that one. So now we're at the halfway mark of the fourth quarter. 15-point game. Porzingis with the pump fake. Drives in. Can't get the bucket there. Passes out to Denny. He pulls up for three. He hits it. And it's a 12-point game once again. So the Wizards just have to get some stops. They're not able to, as they give up some free throws to make it a 16-point game again. Kuzma working against Portis and Ibaka, and he's going to get the layup off the pump fake. And the Wizards are still alive, just hanging on by a thread here. Walker gets a couple of picks, lays it up, and it's good, despite the pretty good defense by Porzingis there. So now here's a pass inside to Porzingis. He's going to slam it in, but the Wizards are running out of time. They aren't really getting the stops that they need. They get one right here. Murray passes inside. Porzingis slams it in again, and it's a 12-point game. But now they got to stop Lonnie Walker and company once again. And Denny just kind of gets bullied in there. Tries to get a block, but it's an easy layup there for Walker. So now, just over 2 minutes to go. Murray pulls up for three. He's got it. He's up to 31 points and 11 assists in this game. So he really came through in the absence of Beal. So now Middleton working against Gafford. Turnaround jumper goes in. There's only so much Gafford could really do there. And now the Bucks really trying to put it away here as Middleton hits a three. And that is pretty much going to be your ball game there. The Bucks win game 2, 116-98, and they go up 2-0 in this series. And things are not looking good for the Wizards in the slightest right now. They're going to have to win both games in Washington if they want a chance to win this series. DeJounte Murray led the Wizards with 31 points. He had 11 assists as well. But again, Beal only 9 points before fouling out in the third quarter. Porzingis had 16 points, 12 rebounds, 2 assists and 2 blocks. And the Bucks really didn't taper off at all, even without Giannis. They had 8 players score in double figures, including 3 people off the bench. And that's just a recipe for failure if you're Washington. They're just letting anybody score pretty much. And if they want to win this series, they're going to have to turn it around as they head back home to DC. Now taking a look at some of these other series, the Pelicans up 2-0 over the Lakers, the Warriors up 2-1 over the Nuggets, the Clippers up 2-1 over the Trailblazers, and the Mavs and Grizzlies tied at 1 currently. In the East, the Celtics are up 2-0 over the Raptors, the Sixers are up 2-1 over the Bulls, and the Hawks are up 2-1 over the Cavaliers. But now the Wizards trying to avoid going down 3-0 as that's going to be damn near impossible to come back from. They actually had a pretty good game in this one. They scored 43 points in the first quarter. Now we head to the fourth, and they have a 6-point lead. So the Wizards in front of a sea of red right now, up by 6. And this time Bradley Beal hasn't fouled out, so he's available here. Lays it up over Joe Ingles, and he gets it to go. So now the Wizards up 8. So now here's DeJounte Murray. Passes over the Beal. Beal receives a pick from both Murray and Porzingis. Passes inside, and Porzingis able to get behind Giannis. He gets called for the foul. That's actually his first foul of the game, so Giannis not dealing with any foul trouble either this time around. Now the Wizards are up by 11. Beal going to drive in right past Giannis, and he gets the bucket to go in. So now a 13-point lead for the Wizards. Beal is up to 13 points. Now here's Khris Middleton working against Denny. Shoots it, and Denny probably could have played a little bit better of defense there, but he gets to go in. So now Beal, now up to 15 points rather. Murray going to drive in. Passes out to Porzingis. He doesn't get the bucket, but he does get the foul. Giannis with the second of the game. And now it is a 13-point game once again. Giannis working against Porzingis. Trying to get to the bucket here. Tries to cross him up, has it back up. And then he's going to drive to the bucket and get the layup. Porzingis did as well as he could defensively, but Giannis is just too athletic as Murray kicks it out to Denny. Denny gives it back, and a little pump fake gets Giannis to back up. He pulls up for 3, no good. Rebounded by Daniel Gafford, who goes back in, and he gets the bucket. He's up to 9 points in this game, and the Wizards are just staying afloat here, up by 13. So now Porzingis, he passes inside to Beal. He's going to kick it out to Denny, who pulls up for 3, and it rolls in. Friendly roll there for Abdia, and it's a 16-point game. So the Wizards went with a bigger lineup for these past 2 games, using Daniel Gafford as the starting center here, and it seems to be working out. He misses there, but Porzingis goes back up with it, and he gets the bucket. He's up to 14 points in the game, and it's an 18-point lead for the Wizards. But Giannis is not going to go out without a fight as he gets a bucket there working against Murray. So now a 16-point game. Gafford gives the pick to Murray. Murray drives inside, kicks it out to Porzingis. He's going to swing it over to Beal. Beal shoots it with the shot clock winding down, and it goes in. That was incredibly low percentage, but it works out in the end for Beal. As Holiday tries to drive in, Porzingis there to stop him. Now here's Giannis working against Porzingis, and he's going to take it to the hoop, and it goes in for him. Giannis is really doing his best to keep the Bucks in this game, but the Wizards are just too powerful. They have scored way too many points in this game so far, and the Bucks really aren't stopping them at all as Beal gets to the bucket there, and it is just all Wizards in this fourth quarter as Holiday passes it over. Walker going to try the 3 from the corner. It goes in, so no free tacos for the Wizards fans. And now Denny passes out to Porzingis. Now he's going to work against Giannis. Passes it back out to Murray. He gets Holiday to jump, and he's going to take it right to the bucket. Portis did what he could there, but there wasn't a whole lot he can do. And the Wizards end up winning this one 126-103. And at least for the moment, they make sure that they're not going to get swept in this series. I mean, a lot of people were expecting Milwaukee to win this one pretty handedly. At least as far as the series goes, maybe not this game, but the Wizards get one at home. And now anything's possible here as Bradley Beal has 22 points in this one, 5 rebounds, 8 assists, and 2 steals. Will Barton had 21 points off the bench. Kristaps Porzingis had 18 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, and 3 blocks. And DeJounte Murray had 14 points, 5 rebounds, and 6 assists. Giannis had 28 points, 11 rebounds, and 8 assists in this one. He also added 2 blocks. Lonnie Walker had 15, Joe Ingles had 13, as did Rudy Gay. And Khris Middleton had 11 points. He was 5 of 12 from the field, but Jrue Holiday had an off game. He did have 7 steals, but he was 2 of 12 from the field, finished with 6 points and 7 assists as well. And the Wizards have a chance to tie up the series in Game 4 if they can have another performance like this. So now we look at the playoff tree once again. The Pelicans are 1 win away from sweeping the Lakers. They're up 3-0. The Warriors are now tied with the Nuggets at 2 apiece. The Trailblazers tie up their series with the Clippers as well. And the Mavericks go up 2-1 over the second-seeded Grizzlies. In the East, the Celtics are 1 win away from sweeping the Raptors. They're up 3-0. The Bulls and the Sixers are now tied at 2-2, as are the Cavaliers and the Hawks. So, about Game 4, I was going to play the full game. I did play the full game, as a matter of fact, and was going to record it as his own video. But unfortunately, I accidentally deleted it just because I thought I selected something else that I deleted, and that got deleted. But we did win 120-109. Once again, my apologies, folks. But now we're tied at 2 apiece as the series goes back to Milwaukee. And if the Wizards can win Game 5 and get Game 6 back to DC with a 3-2 lead, I think they have a shot. Never say never, folks.